Sometimes the forest is the best therapist. In this episode, we go on my second camping trip to Humboldt Redwoods. I felt the camping bug take hold. Nature, campfires, marshmallow roasting, and the quiet healing power of the redwoods. Hi, I'm Candace J. Frazier. Welcome to my channel. This is my story of how I hiked, camped, explored, and healed in nature, one trail at a time. And we're off. The pups in the car are loaded up and ready for this adventure. Are you ready? I'm so excited. This was my second car camping trip, as I said, and I brought my tent, chairs, air mattress. It wasn't perfect, but it was enough, and I could feel the camping bug growing stronger as we drove down this road. I was like, oh my God, I am in heaven. I don't ever want to leave. Also, there's a lot of nostalgia in road trips. That's what my grandparents did on Sundays. They'd pick us up, take us for road trips, and ice cream. It was awesome. Yay, we've arrived. And Moose is like, what's going on? This is his first camping trip, and right before we rehomed him. That's a story for another day. But check out this teacup chihuahua. She looks so tiny compared to this big tree stump. So cute. Future Candace here. Now, when I was camping back then, I wasn't filming to start a YouTube channel to share my trip. I was just filming for my own digital journal of experiences, I guess you could say. But in the future videos, you'll see I have picked up on some skills here, but I hope you enjoy what I captured anyways.
Tiny chihuahua, big redwood.
I think we can all agree that there's something about these trees, their stillness, their strength. It felt like being held. And it reminded me that even in grief, I could root myself and rise again. There was a woman in a campsite close to us, camping in her van with her two dogs. She shared that her husband passed before they could live their dream of traveling together. In that moment, I realized I don't want to wait. I want to live this life now. And just a month before, on a day trip to Mount Shasta, the idea for my 7 days to Namaste came through. You can watch that up here. At that time, I was still deep in depression and grief and really struggling to find a reason to live. But being in nature was teaching me that healing doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it's as simple as trees, fresh air, and firelight. And you just saw a little blip of my car. I didn't have it built out yet. I just was kind of roughing it back then. That first night we tried to sleep in the tent, but it didn't work out, so we had to move us all into the car, and that was complicated. And it was really cold, so my chihuahua, who likes the hotter weather, was not happy with Mama, but the chocolate lab was like, hey, whatever, I like it, we're in nature, I'm good, I'm just gonna take a nap. But the true mesmerizing beauty was the way the light came through these trees and what it captured on camera. I was blown away. It was almost like there was this whole other ethereal energy there, and it could be felt. And as you see, there's this rainbow lens flare. Just beautiful, so beautiful. And here's another shot of that. And then it made me look like I was glowing. So you know I had to capture a shot of that. And Humboldt Redwoods certainly has a way of reminding you just how small we are and just how deeply we belong. I didn't know it at the time, but these trips would become a part of a healing journey that I couldn't even begin to explain in one video. But I felt it growing inside me, this love of camping, of slowing down, living intentionally, and letting nature hold me while I healed. And my dogs showed me that napping in nature is the best thing to do. You see, this was more than just camping. It was about moving through grief, loss, and abandonment and rejection, finding the peace in the simplest things: trees, campfires, roasted marshmallows, sunsets, stillness. These trips helped inspire my 7 days to Namaste path, born just a month before, like I said, on Mount Shasta. Slowly finding myself and learning how to be present and not dissociate from the pain and trauma that I was going through. It seems some fights aren't loud and a big spectacle. Some are done in the darkness and in the stillness alone. And one thing nature certainly helped me do is to feel grounded and stable in the right now, and not to feel so alone and isolated, because I'm surrounded by beauty everywhere I look. And as a pet parent, seeing my pets enjoy nature just as much as I did, really filled my cup. And what I found was it forced me to be present. I couldn't be worried about anything else that was going on in my personal or private life because this was so pervasive in my perspective and perception that all I could do was to get lost in that moment, truly blissed out. And furthermore, as a farm girl from Illinois, to be in this type of nature, I was just completely mesmerized and mind blown. If there was problems in my life in that moment, they seemed very insignificant and small because I was glowing and fiercely remembering my flame internally, that I am enough. I didn't come here to suffer. I came here to be love. I came here to show others how to let go, make their ego their friend, and transcend this cycle of pain that they'd been living in. And I realized that I needed to realize that I was the one that needed that medicine first before I could share it with others. Which set me off on an incredible journey of self-discovery, self-growth, and transformation. And as anyone who's ever roasted marshmallows, you'll know how absorbed you get in that moment, just watching the marshmallows be roasted, eager for the sweetness that's about to come from them. The camping setup was very elementary here, just mattress and sleeping bags, nothing special. I didn't even have a picnic table cover at that point. But I didn't care. I was in nature. If you love camping, hiking, healing, or just finding peace in the outdoors, subscribe and join me on this journey. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more trails, more camping, and more healing journeys. I'll see you on the next one.